I thought our lads, they did well. I didn't think we disappointed. I thought that for the first 20 minutes, I thought we started brightly, started on the front foot. And I just thought for the first goal we got a little bit hungry. We went chasing the ball at the top end, they put the ball into Stirling's feet, it rolls away for us. And then once you leave grass in behind, it's a problem. And obviously he gallops, and it's good quality goals for them. I think the frustrating thing is the goals that they did score is bits that we spoke about Tottenham, but spoke about stopping. But the problem we've got is when you're playing against that quality of player with the speed that they move the ball at, there's one thing talking about stopping it is actually doing it in sort of live play. So, but I don't think that we can get too down on ourselves over the match. I thought that second half it's quite easy when it's 3-0 and you actually think you've done okay to give up, and I don't think we did that. I thought we stuck to our task. We made, obviously, I think I had 5 sort of guys that regularly start for us not playing tonight, and we also took sort of 3 off the pitch as well. So all in all, I was happy, albeit a little bit frustrated with the goals. But when you're playing that level of quality, we're not going to get judged against the Man City every week.
You're a whisker away in the first minute, aren't you, with Josh Hart?
Yeah, it was a good, decent cross into the box. But listen, I'm not going to sit here and talk about how we had this chance or that chance as if we should have won the game, because Man City were the better team. But I thought our lads didn't let us down. I thought they gave everything they've got. They worked really, really hard. They moments of quality within the game. But we played against arguably one of, if you look at that front line, it's a scary front line for any Premier League team, never mind a Championship team. So yeah, we just need to take the positives out of what we did well and then try and take that into Saturday.
Were you fully expecting this team as strong as that?
Well, what I did think was, I thought if they're going to play sort of younger lads at the back, I thought they would complement that with sort of senior lads at the front, so they're strong. And I thought if they played maybe some sort of younger boys at the front, they might have complemented it with senior lads at the back, or vice versa. And that's exactly what he did. So, but listen, it's just the quality they've got within their team, and what they pose is they pose different dilemmas. If you stop that, then they open that up, and it's just trying to come up with what we think's the sort of least damaging dilemma that we can give them, because you need to give teams something in the game. And I think second half, we spoke about it first half, which is disappointing because our goals are inside us. Second half, all their crosses come from outside us, and that allows us to defend their box well. So yeah, that's probably my only real frustration from the game.
You mentioned a moment ago the pace that they can attack at. Is that what sets them apart from so many?
It's not just pace, it's pace and quality. And it's not only that, it's sort of, you look at, obviously I'm putting young Tom Bayliss on, I'm putting Nugent on, and guys like that who are just like coming back to the club and haven't played much, and young Tom's only a kid, and they're bringing Mahrez and Mendy and guys like that on. So it's not just pace, it's quality, it's depth of squad, it's the knowledge of their positions, it's a determination to go from one game to another, regardless whether it's Champions League, to then play a Championship team, and they treat it the exact same way. So, but that's why they're champions. I mean, that's why they're talked about as being one of the best teams in the world.
Do your players learn a heck of a lot from that?
I think they should. I think tonight, I think what it's shown us is the levels that other clubs and other coaches and other players are capable of. Do you know what I mean? But what we've got to do is look at that and think, if that's the very best, then yeah, it's some standard, we've got a long way to get there. But we should take heart for the bits we did well.
I know you said a lot that selecting your starting 11 is a difficult prospect when you've got so many of them fit right now. Were the lads who were not playing tonight understandably a little bit disappointed, even though the bigger picture is so many games to come?
No, they're fine. I think we've rotated and managed the squad well so far this season. I was happy with the team selection tonight. The lads who were out were for a variety of different reasons. Obviously, like Piero had a virus, so that was a bit of an issue for him, and we've still got 3 big games coming up in the space of a week. Patrick's hamstrings were a bit tight. Galley's obviously 35 and played in 27 degree heat on Saturday. Hughesy wasn't going to make it anyway. So, and Shawnee's always a concern in terms of his hamstrings, and he's in full flow at the moment. So we just needed to make sure that we got the balance right between lads who deserve to play, conserving a few for Saturday, because obviously the league games are bread and butter. And listen, regardless whether we play our strongest team tonight or whether we don't, to beat Man City at any point is obviously going to be extremely difficult. So I've got to try and take that in the balance.
Full house tonight. How good would it be to have a large percentage of those back on Saturday? Yeah,
it'd be great. But listen, I've said this before, I don't preach to fans that they should come and they need to come. Obviously we want them to come, and they're very welcome, and what it will do is help the team and help us hopefully be really successful this season. But it was great to see a full house. That's the first time I've seen it since I've been here, and I thought our fans were excellent tonight, as were the Man City fans, so it made for a really good atmosphere.
Alex, you've managed in the Premier League before. What sort of a carrot was it for the lads, for your players tonight who haven't tasted it yet?
Yeah, I think it's always nice to come up against the best, because whatever sort of venture that you go into, whether it's sport or any sort of thing, you want to come up against who's the best in that and go and pit yourself against them and see where you are. So I think for our players, what they will do is they'll look at what they came against tonight, and hopefully that should inspire them as much as anything else to go and try and become better and be the best that they can be.
And is it possible to explain what it might mean to Preston North End to be back in the top flight for the first time since 1960? If you could go up.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been in the modern day top flight. So for us, it's extremely difficult. You know, our budget's one of the bottom in the league. I think we're in the bottom 4 in the Championship. But obviously we're sitting third in the league at the moment. I think that we've done extremely well. And we want to try to continue to do that. But I've always said that since I came here, I don't think spending money equates success, and I think there's a lot of examples of that in the Championship. So what we've done is accumulate a really determined and young and hungry and talented squad for our level, and what we're trying to do is get the best out of them, and I think up until this point we've managed to do that.
Alex, just for the few you left out, was it more protecting him rather than being death's door or anything?
No, that's not quite fair, Dave. In terms of I think they certainly did. A couple of them had a few issues.
Yeah.
So there's some that couldn't have or wouldn't have played tonight anyway. So it wasn't a case of me just deciding to leave them out. But obviously I had to weigh up what we were going to try and get out of tonight, what was coming at the weekend. We've also got a game next Tuesday and then Saturday again. And as you know, obviously we've got a decent sized squad, but we've got some guys there that are really relied on in certain games, so we need to make sure we made a sort of smart decision as much as anything else.
A little bit in the tank for Nugent when he came on as well, big cheer as well. So
yeah, it's always nice for the fans and it's good for him as well. You know, we've tried to get him minutes since he's come back and it's been tough because he hurt his calf, but that 30 minutes won't do him any harm in terms of getting about the pitch and certainly getting his lungs opened up against them.
Nice for Gianelli as well. He did well in the cup last week in the senior cup, didn't he? When,
yeah, well that's what I said.
Reward there,
yeah, but there's some guys that deserve to be in the team. You know, there's some guys that have performed well in some of the other games, and what I can't do is just neglect that because we're turning up against Man City. So, like I say, I thought we got the balance right.
There's a lot of lads that people think can make that step up. Do you think Ben Davies was stand out tonight?
I thought he was one of a few. You know, I thought we had probably 3 or 4 really good players tonight that performed very well. And I thought Ben was probably the pick of that, really. So yeah, it was a good performance for Ben. Obviously Man City make you defend. I think that the damage that was caused to us was mainly down on the right side rather than the left, hence the 3 goals. So yeah, I think he would be pleased with his performance, but knowing our players, they're never really satisfied. I mean, you don't, regardless whether you're playing Man City or anybody, you don't want to lose. So they'll be frustrated with some of the goals we conceded because it was a talking point for us. But as I say, I think some of them will look at that and think that was a great experience for them. And like I say, hopefully that will inspire some of them to go on and kick on their career. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Alex.
Cheers.